Hi everyone, welcome to another Confidence Leads to Success interview series with me, Elif Köse. I have got an incredible woman here with me. She's in the same energy level as me. We're almost like soul sisters. Victoria Glover is a phenomenal woman, and she's minimizing life's impacts and setting yourself free by prioritizing your life's goals for a successful business. So you'll be able to fulfill your goals and dreams. She is so passionate about these, and she wants to help people and channel these into the balance between her clients, business, and personal lives. She's determined advocate for growth in individuals and small businesses, helping them achieve the transformational results they set for themselves and their businesses. I mean, I love that because business is run by you, and she knows that it comes within you, and she helps you, and then that effectively creates great results for your business. So she's a
Yes.
real motivator of individuals and business owners alike, and uses her experience and skills gained from life and over 25 years of working across many industries. Victoria, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. It's so powerful.
Lovely to have you here with us, and I can't wait to talk about everything about your business, about your book behind you. I can see that. It's so exciting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I thank you for the privilege and the honor to be on your program. I'm so looking forward to it, and it's going to be great.
It's so good to have you. So I'd love you to talk to us about, I mean, there's so much to talk about, of course, but first I want to ask you about your book. Tell me
Woo,
about
thank
it.
you. My
Congratulations.
book.
Honestly, it's my dream. It's coming soon. My one coming soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My book, What Has Sal Got to Do with It? While some people succeed where others fail, simply tell us that our style is built into our stories. And every time we walk out the door, we are telling a story, and that story has to be arranged in a particular way for others to understand. And in our style, it's just putting outfits together, it's a storytelling. So I believe that our story is our style, and our style is our brand. And I try to capture all of this into the book, and thank God it's out now and it's available.
It's so good. So is it available to buy now?
It's available to buy now. It's on Amazon, yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to order it right now. So I love that because, as you know, I'm a fashion designer. I'm advocate for women empowerment, and how it is important to have your fashion. You can use your fashion as your armor and your
Yeah,
style to build confidence.
yes.
And tell me how. What do you mean by it to our listeners? For the
So
style, what do you mean your style is your.
what I mean by style is that your story, basically, when you are picking outfits, when we go shopping, when you go into your wardrobe, when you spend a little bit more time in your wardrobe, you sometimes you can understand why you get drawn towards a particular type of clothing all the time. It could be something you see when you were growing up, is something you are always drawn towards. So there are a lot of outfits out there, but it's not all of them that you're attracted to. And as a fashion designer, I know that, sometimes there are some intricate and beautiful fabrics that are perfectly suited for a particular occasion, and some of them not certain occasion. Our stories are like that. They are built into all of these things. And most of the time when we go shopping, this shopping that we go to a particular shop, there's a reason why we keep going there all the time. Either it's about the things that are in the shop, or it's the people that we see in the shop. But the reason why we resonate with that particular shop and not the other one is what I try to delve into in this book, touching on some of the factors that determine why we shop in a certain way and what our wardrobes represent in our stories.
Fabulous. So when you help businesses, fashion businesses especially, to grow and see their where they can build and flourish in their business. And if someone wanted to start a fashion brand, how would you be able to help them so they can feel confident knowing that there's someone behind their back?
Thank you so much for that question. One of the most beautiful things we can do in bridging the gap between our businesses and our stories is the fact that we need to spend time in our wardrobe. If you want to start a fashion a business, you have to spend some time to discover your own style and why you feel towards a particular way of doing things. Because people who want to get drawn towards your label want to be aligned with you, um, eh, to draw in people who are like you, who think like you, or feel like you in a certain way. So your story resonates with someone, they want to spend more time in your presence to understand more about why I used to be this and she used to be that. So we are connected. She's a mother, I'm a mother. So then you can talk about babies and stuff like that. She's married and I'm married. So most of the time we are going on about life, ticking off some things as we go. And these are the things that take us to certain shops when we are also picking up things. In terms of business, if you are able to discover yourself and in a way that suits you and works for you, we normally take ourselves into our businesses sometimes, and it's difficult to divorce ourselves from the way we run the business. If you are not running the business in alignment with your personal style, you realize that you are struggling. If you're in a
True.
business that is in alignment with yourself, if you like dressing, you like style, you like doing this, and you find yourself in a business or in a job that has something to do with clothes and dressing people and styling them and playing with colors and doing all of that, when you are laying all the colors on the floor and looking at it, the satisfaction it gives you, the joy it gives you to find yourself in that environment, to be able to capture that and put it into a business, will be a business that you'll be willing to go into every day, and just looking at the thing is like, wow, you
Yeah.
should feel like that. So that those are some of the things that
It
I
is
draw
so
people
true because I was talking to one of my fellow traders in fashion industry last week, and she's just about to start her own fashion boutique. Um, and I'm helping her to get her designs together and get her collection together. But what she's realized as we were talking, that she was trying to create a collection for others, but it was coming out of her own alignment, her own style, and her own look. It was becoming the other people's, and then
Okay.
she kind of lost her passion almost, because
Yes.
nothing
Yes.
she was creating within the
Yes.
collection was reflecting her personality.
Her.
It wasn't even
Exactly.
her style. She wouldn't even wear those
Yes.
colors, but she was kind
Yes.
of wanting to please the majority of the locals to buy
Yes.
that. And I have been there
Yes.
myself. As you
Yes.
know, I have a physical store, and when I
Yeah.
started my business, I didn't have any money. So
Mm.
I ended up asking all my network of fashion designers to help me bring their designs in, and
Yes.
we sold them on commission basis. But there was so many things that was not my style, and then what happens is, because money is more attractive than
Yes.
and then sticking to your vision and style,
Yes.
I ended up doing exactly what this friend was saying. I ended
Yes.
up stocking the things that I don't actually like. I kind of
Yeah.
lost my style,
Yes.
and that's I can see exactly what you were saying, and this is so
Yes.
important. It is so
Yes.
important. It's
Yeah.
so
You know,
important.
I mentioned quickly, I said your story is your style and your style is your brand. If you don't have the three of them in alignment and you go into the business,
Yeah,
your story is lost in there and your style is lost in there. And this is
so
why when
true.
we go into our wardrobe, research shows that 80% of the things in our wardrobes, we don't use them. So the question is, why do we buy them?
That's right.
If you have things in your wardrobe that you are not connected to and you can't use them, That means that if you spend time having the things that are in your wardrobe that you couldn't, anything you pick up, you could be able to wear it. That is where the confidence comes in. Confidence is so important. If you put the thing on and you walk through the door and you are not feeling it, it's different when you put something on and you love it. You just can't wait to show it off. You can't wait to walk out the
It
door.
adds
This is
a
when you,
layer of confidence on you, having
yes,
the right clothes and knowing that
yes,
you look good, because it makes you
yes,
feel good, because it's
yes,
reflecting your desires and your
yes,
being. It
yes.
actually, oh gosh, I know this is why, but this is called confidence leads to success, ladies. It's so spot on. I
So
love it.
spot on. So
So
our
important.
wardrobe is where the confidence is built in there. Yes, go for it.
So when do you have like a formula that you help your clients to, so is there kind of a formula that people can follow when they buy that book? Will they be able to help themselves?
They will be able to help them. So actually, when I wrote the book, I was designing a journal to go with the book. So the book is more like a textbook, and then you can use the journal to write in. I couldn't get the journal on time to come with the book, but somewhere along the line, I'm gonna bring that out too, very soon. But most of the time, when I used to run the physical shop, which have to close because of COVID,
Yeah.
one of the key things that I used to do is to just watch people when they walk into the shop without saying anything. If you watch people closely, someone walks straight into the shop, either it's something in the window or something hanging somewhere, they go straight to that particular item. Sometimes when you talk to them, there's a chance that they'll be telling you they have either something similar or they used to own something like that, or it's something that is fresh they want to add to their wardrobe. So sometimes there's a reason why they are drawn towards it. You can only find that through conversation.
True. I really like that. What, when you say, too often you come across business owners and individuals who follow the advice or feedback from their friends and coincidence and many
Yes,
more,
yes,
and who
many
have
more.
no detailed
No,
knowledge of actual
yes,
issues impacting their
yes,
businesses. And
yes.
I love, Victoria calls them barbecue advisors. Love it.
They have some knowledge. But the detailed knowledge about that particular topic, sometimes they are not. So because we love them, we trust them, they've been our friends since our childhood, we still keep going. So if someone is talking up his shop just to please the other people, it's because he's lost in the conversation. So
I
then
love it.
if that person want to encourage you about how to set up your business, she's likely to run into problem because she herself is struggling. She walk into the shop and nothing in the shop reflects her.
Do you
But it's
know,
every, yeah,
I every day I wake up and think of another reason what not to tell to a shop owner, what not to
yeah,
tell to a store owner. And
yeah,
every day throughout my retail journey, I've
yeah,
always had someone coming in and giving me an advice on how I should run my business, where I should buy
yes,
my fabric, what prints I
yeah,
should use, what
yeah.
colors I should use.
Because you
And
use, yes,
at the beginning of your business, I love
yeah.
that what you're saying is so
That's the
important.
barbecue advice for you.
So the thing is, at the beginning of our journey in
Mm,
entrepreneurial life, because
yes,
you're not quite sure, you're just
yes,
starting out, some
yes,
people can be so convincing when they're
yes,
talking. You
yes,
think maybe they're right, and you're
yes,
already second guessing yourself. You're already
yes.
questioning your
Yourself,
decisions.
yeah, whether you were doing right or not.
So having this kind of barbecue advisors.
But water cooler advices, whatever you want to call them, they will give you all the advice. You want to go shopping and buy something for a particular thing. They said, I'm wearing red. Do you want to wear red? I wear yellow the other day. It works for me. So they will be giving you advice from a good heart, from a good place. But the detailed knowledge needed for that particular occasion has to be someone who knows what the occasion is, what colors will work for you, What is your personality? What sort of hair color do you have to have? Or what sort of,
Yeah.
a shape or something, shoes to go with it? There has to be someone who can arrange all of this for you. So when you rock up, people can turn and look, oh my God, because the stories are in alignment with each other and it resonates with your personality. And this is where the difference is. And it's more like a story. One time I was doing merchandising in my shop, and I was in the middle of the mannequins, and so I finished, and then I stood there. I stood still, and I was looking to see. What I did was, okay, for some reason this woman came in and thought I was one of the mannequins. She touched me. She touched me, and when I turned, she was like, "Oh my God, oh my God! I thought you were one of the mannequins. Oh my God, you look so beautiful." She was touching my skin. She
That's
thought I
so
was one
funny.
of the mannequins because I fit into the colors that I was putting the mannequins into, and my colors just reflect all the other mannequins around me, and it works very well. This is how our stories kind of align. If you
Yeah.
are standing in the middle of your story, you're standing on your story and you are standing in your story, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what the occasion is. It doesn't matter whether it's business or it's
Yeah.
home. It's your story and you tell it the way you want to tell it.
I love that. That is so good. Thank you so much. Honestly, for someone, I have been in business in fashion for 15 years now, and
Yeah.
I have been passionate about fashion since I was a little girl.
Yeah.
So, and when I started my business in the UK, like I said, I didn't know anyone, I didn't have any confidence in myself, and I was just, building business in a country that is your second
Yeah. Second
home,
country.
and it's
Yeah.
my second language, and it's the
Yeah.
culturally,
Very
it's that
difficult.
that fear of not fitting in. It
Yes.
really affected my decisions in early
Yeah.
days, and this is
Yeah.
why I think women who are starting businesses at
Yeah.
this moment in
Yeah.
life, I think
Yes.
they're so lucky,
Very.
because there are a bunch of us who have
Yes.
walked the walk and
Yes.
made the
And talk.
mistakes and
Yes.
got the lessons to guide
Yes.
you through
Yes.
to success, so you don't
Yes.
have to. You don't
Yes.
have to reinvent the wheel,
No.
basically.
Yes.
It is
One
so
of
good.
it's so important. You just mentioned touch on, when you were growing up, you like fashion. It's the same thing with me. When I was growing up, I like fashion so much that I started a small boutique. And then this boutique, I realized that there are some people that buys from me, have these bank managers and all of that. And some of them, you when you have new things, you go and talk to them. So they want to see the new collections first, right? And so when I moved to Australia, I struggle a bit just like you. How do you interpret that? How do you communicate that for people to believe in you in the first place and to know that you have the knowledge to be able to
Yeah, help
to
them.
showcase what you can do? It was part of the
Yeah,
difficulty but I went all over the place, did all that I have to do. I came back to fashion. Why? Because it was something that is rooted in my childhood and it was something that I really enjoyed. So for now, I'm not only doing the fashion, I'm doing the business and the psychology behind the fashion. If you put the three of them together, you have a package that works for people, because a lot of people are at a crossroad and they don't know which way to go. The challenges of being in a different environment or listening to people, the influences are there. There are a lot of information on the internet. You just don't know which one to pick.
yeah.
That's why I touch on some of the factors that affect the decisions that we make around our style, and I put it in the book.
That's so good. Everyone who wants to start their fashion line, fashion business, boutique, go grab one of those books, because it sounds like what you need. And Victoria, of course. Victoria, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you. And I
Thank
could
you.
talk to you for hours.
Thank you.
This has been so good. Is there something else that you think that I should have asked you, but I forgot? That burning question that I should have asked you that my audience is missing out from your answer?
Well, Probably yes, because my business in my business I help small business owners who are struggling with revenue and cash flow. We are in difficult times and challenging times now. If your business is not generating leads or is generating the leads but you can convert them, then you have to look at things, and that is impacted on your revenue and your profit margin. So one of the some of the services I rendered is to help small businesses and micro businesses and small businesses that are struggling to generate this revenue and profits for their businesses. I help them to turn things around and transform their business and get the cash flow going. Because
Brilliant.
if you are not growing, you are dying slowly.
Exactly. The cash
Yeah.
flow is the main, backbone of business. It's really
Yes.
important to be able to sustain a business.
Yes.
And it comes down to sales. And if you know how to communicate with your audience, existing audience, and keep building new audience for your
Yes.
business,
Yes.
um, then the sales will come true. So it's
Yes.
all tied in very nicely together.
Yes. Thank you.
Beautiful.
I try to do my best to help as much women, especially women are challenged in that area. And then also men, if you own a business, the challenge of being able to keep that going. Otherwise, there's stress and pressures from all angles. So that's where I come in to help.
Amazing. So, ladies, if you need help with your business, you know who to call. It's been a great pleasure, Victoria. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for having me. Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. See you on the next episode, ladies.